Hello, and welcome back to the Lotharingia Let's Play. This is episode 5, and when we last left off, we had been attacked by the Holy Roman Empire, and they sent armies on these two settlements. And I did some housekeeping. I did one sort of housekeeping battle off camera. I just took these two generals and pushed off a force from this city, and I've just engaged our faction leader on the big armies here around Verona, and we're going to do this battle to start this episode off. So this could be pretty difficult, but we do have quite a few generals' bodyguards, and I actually think it might just be better to keep our other troops back and just sort of swarm each of these small armies with cavalry. So it looks like they've got some city militia here, which could be difficult, so what I'm going to do is spread out my cavalry and just try to surround them. And we'll speed it up a little bit here. So let's charge these guys in, and we'll charge them in, and we'll pull you back a little bit. And we'll try to pull you to the side, just so you're not charging right into their spears. Okay, looks like we're just gonna have to engage to even trap them in here. Should surround them here, and hopefully that'll break them. And it does. Alright, that's great. Alright, let's clean up these small units, and then we'll set our eyes on the next force here. This army is pretty terrible. Alright, here we come for a charge. They're not really ready. And now they're ready. We don't want to pile up here, so let's... Alright, we've broken them. We'll move on to this depleted unit, and we'll send you to the back. So I don't know if this is the force in Verona, but I'd like to take the settlement by virtue of this battle, so I'm just going to try to kill as many as I can and hope that they won't come back. Judging from the balance of power, though, this last army is going to be the toughest, and I think they have actual generals with that army, so... Alright, let's turn our attention to it. Let's just rout these units from the first army. What's going on here? Yeah, just shoot at them. Alright. That was a very dramatic death. Let's spread out this cavalry to... We might use our crossbowmen here, I guess. Let's go to normal speed. So they have these bishops, heavy sergeants, but they're not spearmen, so I'm not too worried about them. They'd be very good against other infantry, but I don't really have any infantry in this army, so... And they're a depleted unit anyway, so... They do have good morale. Yeah, you see they have these... They do have 2 units of household knights. This one's pretty small. Oh, so they've got a bigger unit of these sergeants as well. Let's try to get these levy infantrymen to absorb the charge from these knights. Alright, we're sort of gonna manage that. Just pull out. And you pull out over there. Alright, let's try to focus our crossbowmen on this big blob of troops. Charge the household knights here. And they're not going to get a counter charge, so we're going to get a lot of good kills on them easily there. Alright, they're charging at us, so let's charge at them. Says that they're actually winning, which is kind of incredible. We might need to try to flank them. Yeah, it looks like they really just slaughtered a good deal of knights there. So I guess that they must have some pretty good experience. Alright, Theodoric, you can charge in there, but I'm going to bring the other ones to try to surround these knights. We might be able to break them, but sort of doubt it, actually. Alright, we are winning this now, which is good, but when these sergeants get in, we're probably going to have to retreat. Let's retreat now. And they still seem confident. Oh, they're leaving now. So let's charge the sergeants. Yeah, And they've given us another opportunity to just surround them and get some more kills. Surely this unit is almost gone now. Yeah, we are winning. I might have to commit these crossbowmen if all else fails. But I'm pretty sure if I can just kill these generals, then we'll easily be able to rout all the remaining infantry. Alright, it's down to just the general. Come on. Oh, and we lost one. It was this guy over here. Surely we'll be able to win this fight over there. And we're still just fighting this one guy. Just people skewering him over and over again. It's almost a fantastical strength that he possesses. Alright, there he goes. And that should, yep, it does break everyone. Don't let that general escape. He's probably going to escape. I think we're going to have a little bit of a stronger charge than that to break these militia. Alright, let's charge them again. We'll rally. I think that should do it. There we go. Alright, we'll 3 times speed it, and we're not going to be able to kill that general, because unless you can do it. Well, if you ran, maybe it could have worked. So I think that general might flee back to Verona, which is a shame. We will have to assault it, but it really shouldn't change that much. We're just losing some time. Alright, I think we can end it here. Yep, and indeed they, it looks like because their general survived, he's back there in the settlement. And now we see this big army that's probably from Rome. But we're just gonna lay siege, and honestly, I'm not sure how great of a victory that really was. Because we lost a general, and a lot of these bodyguards. We can take that off low tax. Let's make sure we're recruiting. think it's time that we should really take the fight to them at this point, because then we can draw off attention from Italy, hopefully. So I'm going to send this little force to just draw some attention from them. And we'll end the turn here. Alright, they're attacking us again. I might cut this battle from the video just to keep the pace going well, but I will fight this, definitely. And hopefully we'll win. Alright, here you can see the battle results. And it was so easy, because these 4 armies were just spread out, and I just took my cavalry and just killed each one of them. And they didn't have any good cavalry, so I just ran over their levies. And that allows us to take the settlement, and I think we're just going to exterminate here. And we'll accept trade rights from the Kievan Rus. And even now we have their map information, which is pretty useless to us. We are the most advanced empire now. And the French and the Holy Roman Empire have made an alliance. Makes sense. Looks like we've actually got the Hungarians thinking they might go for Venice. And we've got this unit of archers, which I'm totally not worried about. Yeah, so they've got their heir in here, and I actually really don't think we're going to be able to take him out. So let's go back to the bridge and sort of actually gather together a real force. I'll put you in there for that turn. And we'll get this inn and tavern, just to make sure the public order is good there. And we'll get execution places in Ghent, and just keep training these really good Flemish mercenaries. Here in the capital, we're still training and we're still building, so that's all good. And in our new province of Verona, we don't really need to do much here. Looks like we can retrain those guys, and we'll train up some archers. And I think we'll build execution places, because we're going to have to leave the settlement pretty soon. As I said at the beginning of this playthrough, I want to attack Rome. I want to take Rome as a sort of crowning achievement. So I do want to do that, and I think that this might be the last episode, because if we look here, we are more powerful than the Holy Roman Empire, as I expected. So we're just going to see what we can get done in these next few turns, and then I think we're going to call it here for this playthrough. So we're recruiting, or we should be recruiting everywhere here, although we can't really get even half decent troops here. So I think we'll end the turn here. And I will gladly accept another vassal. And we've got someone coming of age too. And a lot of our troops finished training this turn. So it looks like that archer unit has moved off, which is great. We can now really get a good force going here. We'll lower the taxes for now. And we've got just a really powerful... we've got even these better spearmen. Alright, so this big army is going to move on one of these settlements here. Just expanding our territory to the east. I think I'm alright with letting the Hungarians have Venice if they want to try for it. I don't want to take this and then have them go to war with me, so I'm going to leave them as they are there. And actually, I think I am going to march on Rome. But I'd like to do my strategy of sending a unit first. Although it looks like he's not going to be able to get there. But you know what? I will make that that blind push, actually. And I'm going to attack Rome. So they've got some really good units here. I'm actually going to recruit these mercenaries. It also looks like Pisa's about to attack me at Genoa here. And I'm actually out of money, so we'll just end the turn. We'll move you off. And you can definitely have my permission to just get rid of that unit. So that's interesting. Pisa's actually moved by me at this point. So they don't want to war with me. Rhine is unhappy. So where did that person actually come of age on the last turn? Because I did not see him. Was it in Verona? Or is he just with Theodoric? Yeah, he is. Okay. Alright, we can't recruit any more mercenaries. So let's just move over here near the mountains and just put it under siege. We still don't know much about the defenders, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And hopefully we'll win miraculously this battle. I wonder if I can sort of draw this army away from my larger force if I just send another sacrifice unit. So I'm going to try that. As for the Eastern Front, looks like they've got Würzburg somewhat well defended. Actually, I might go for Magdeburg. I think I'll put Magdeburg under siege. Although maybe it would be more accurate to take this province. Well, I might do that at some point. But let's end the turn again. Alright, here's the battle for Magdeburg. And I think I'm going to cut this one out as well. And the last battle of the campaign will be the one for Rome. Alright, so here we are back. We were attacked here at Rome, and we're going to do this battle. But the battle for Magdeburg ended in a victory, but we did not capture the settlement. So I think this is going to be the last battle of the campaign, and probably the last thing we do in the campaign. If we take Rome, I guess. And we're going to jump in here now. So we've got a forest. That's pretty interesting, but not really great for us, as we are relying pretty much solely on experienced heavy cavalry. I did hire these I did sort of hire these Frankish men-at-arms as a last resort, and they look pretty awesome, honestly. They look great. Let's try to take out this reinforcement force of all infantry first. So this is the army from Rome. This is the army protecting Rome. It's a pretty elite army of infantry that they have here. We're gonna have to be very strategic about how we do things here. I think the easiest way of defeating this army would be to kill the general pretty quickly. And if it looks like we are lucky and the general is going to be in one of these weaker units. And I think that's the general there. But we will charge these archers because they're really asking for it. We'll just sort of do a general charge while they're disorganized. Actually, I'd like to pull out of that. That was probably not a good idea. I think we lost more than we should have there. So they are sort of protecting their general, which is annoying for us. But I think I might be able to distract them with 2 of our units and bring the other 2 around and inside their defenses. Alright, let's make a big charge here. This is Theodoric and one of his associate generals. Looks like the general's on this side, which is unfavorable. What is he doing here? General's sort of moving. Thought he was moving out to the front, but unfortunately we weren't that lucky. Yet. Alright, we broke that unit, so now we can sort of move on to the general through that. Let's charge the bishop's heavy sergeants. I feel pretty good about engaging these city militia with Frankish men-at-arms. And we're actually able to break these bishops. And let's see if we can charge the general in the back and get rid of him. And we're winning with the Frankish men-at-arms. Alright, so we've broken the general. But can we kill him and destroy the morale of the enemy? This is kind of a bad situation, honestly. Okay, there we go. And we've broken them. But let's just try to get out of this heap of spearmen and break some of these units that are pestering our other forces. Remember that this is the important army to completely destroy, because this is the army that's inside Rome. We should be able to break those guys. Alright, good. So we didn't do a good job of getting all those levy infantrymen, and we're not going to take Rome because of that from this. But what we can do is get rid of all their elite troops and potentially just auto-resolve a victory. Oh, looks like they've got some Frankish horsemen trying to come in and throw some javelins at us. And we'll charge them for that. Alright, let's see what they have in this army. This is all terrible. We'll be able to break this in potentially one charge. No, I don't want you to go for those household knights right now. That was a misclick. Alright. Yeah, actually you can charge those Frankish horsemen. Really not doing a great job actually killing these city militia. Alright, we've broken them. And now let's send in the infantry and the cavalry. And we'll just try to break all of these infantrymen and then just sort of focus on the bodyguard. Actually, we're going to send this infantry unit in, these Frankish men-at-arms, and just see how they do against the bodyguard. I was hoping that we'd be able to just use the mass of this cavalry to break them, but they seem pretty resilient. So at the start of the game, at least, the Pope actually is a general for the Holy Roman Empire, as we saw, I think, in an earlier episode, and he was not in Rome, so he might have died, and there's just no new pope. But we definitely did not kill a pope in the defense force of Rome, that army. I'm gonna try to pull through and break these levy infantrymen, and they're still eager. This is a pretty sloppy mess here. try to use my crossbowmen to sort it out, surround them. It's a very bright unit. So I'm hoping that our cavalry will just be able to kill these levies pretty easily. But let's just send this crossbowman unit just to take some of the pressure off our knights on this flank. So our crossbowmen are doing a great job. They've cut down a lot of these archers, and they're allowing us to totally take domination over this flank. I don't know if these levy infantrymen have like a lot of experience or something, but they're proving to be very good. And there goes one of our bodyguards. So we've lost a general unit, but we are winning the battle in general. Just gotta keep remembering to rally. That was... Just keep clicking and they'll just jump up. And we've lost another one. Both of the von Lotharingians died in this battle. It's proving to be very close. Our crossbowmen are just really being the rock here, slogging through these infantry to help the rest of the army. Oh, they're trying to pull their household knights out. And they've got 6 of them left. Alright, let's pull the king out and just try to kill their leader here. Because I'm sure if we can do that... Actually, if either my king dies or their leader dies, the battle's going to be decided by that. It says they're dismayed at the loss. Oh, because we're routing their army. Okay. So it won't be decided by that. And here's their superhuman general. Let's continue the battle and run down these troops where we can. Yeah, we want to get to that 85%. That'd be pretty good. At the very least, we'll have really just debilitated the garrison in Rome. A heroic victory. And here's another battle at Magdeburg. At this point, I'm actually just going to withdraw, because this is not very important to me, and I'll just auto-resolve this. It's really all about just taking Rome right now. I can actually send this general into the force. And we'll just get rid of all these messages, and let's take Rome. And we're just going to auto-resolve this, because we already fought the battle, and these are just the crows left. Alright, we've taken Rome, and we'll occupy, because we're not heathens. And this is where we're going to end the campaign, right here. We've definitely reestablished Lotharingia, and it's definitely the most powerful of the Frankish kingdoms, I think. Yep. The one last thing that I want to do is toggle Fog of War and see what's happened. Sometimes that command just doesn't work. But anyway, here we see that France is beset by rebels and very weak. Hungary seems to be doing very well, and Sicily is invading Greece. Meanwhile, the Armenians have retaken their homeland, sort of, and they still also have this, which is interesting development. I don't think I see the AI do that very often, but... And the Cumans have done nothing. The Russians have done nothing. Poland seems very docile. I definitely think we are the most powerful faction, but maybe the Fatimids are. Who knows? Anyway, this is the end of this campaign. I hope you enjoyed this campaign, and I'll see you in the next one.